myself Baudik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of NJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So I will explain you the concept of auto configuration and neighbor discovery in IPv6. So first of all of you know the internet protocol under the which category of the layer? So that is under the category of the network layer. So in OSI model, already you know that's the 7 layers in OSI model, and the layer number 3, that is the network layer. So here start with the concept of auto configuration. So auto configuration under the which category? So here whenever you talk about the concept of IPv6, so IPv6 supported the one address auto configuration concept. So address auto configuration supported the different characteristics. First one, that is allowing the plug and play. After that, mainly two versions in an IP. One, that is the IPv4, and second one, that is the IPv6. So whenever you talk about the concept of IPv4, mainly two protocols, that's the part of the auto configuration. One that is known as a BOOTP, and second one that is known as a DHCP. So what is the full form of BOOTP? So that is the Bootstrap protocol. And DHCP, so what is the meaning of that? Dynamic host configuration protocol. So this is generally used for the configuration purpose. So whenever you talk about the IPv4, mainly two protocols for that, and then after you consider the IPv6. So for the IPv6, that is the DHCP-NG that will be used with the IPv6. So this is the normal concept of the auto configuration, address auto configuration in IP. After that, mainly two methods. One that is known as a stateless, and second one that is known as a stateful. So what is the meaning of stateless and stateful? Before that, you know the concept. One, that is the global address. Second one, that is the link local address. So here, what is the meaning of stateless? Stateless means what? Any particular system using the link local address, and whatever the link local address that can be considering as a source, and then after it directly sending the multicast to all routers on the link, means whatever the link local address that is directly multicasting to all the routers on the link. After that, whatever the address you send, that directly sending to the different routers on the link. After that, router directly reply and provide the prefix information, because each and every local address supported one component, and the name of the component that is known as a prefix, and prefix, that is the most important concept here. After that, each and every prefix that supported a different lifetime, and that is associated lifetime with each and every prefix. And after that, system can use the link local address permanently. If no router is there, so it directly using the link local address as a permanent address. So this is the normal introduction about the concept of stateless, and must remember one thing, the link local address as a source, and you directly sending the multicast to all routers on the link, that can be considering as a stateless. After that, one another concept for the address auto configuration, that is known as a stateful. So here you just see one problem in stateless. The problem is that anyone can connect with the concept of stateless. How I remove this particular concept with using the stateful, and what's the advantage over the stateless? So again, the fully focus on that, router asking the new system to go to the DHCP server, because all of you know here using the concept of DHCP for the auto configuration. How you set the DHCP server? So for that, one configuration bit here that can be managed with using this concept. After that, system multicasting to all DHCP server, and DHCP server directly assigning an address to that. So this is related to the stateful. So what is the major difference between stateless and stateful? The difference is that in stateless, it directly sending the multicast to all routers on the link, but in stateful it directly transmit to DHCP server, and DHCP server directly managing the configuration bit for that. So this is the concept related to the address auto configuration. After that, in this particular diagram you just see network layer, layer number which one? Layer number 3, because the layer number 1, that is the physical layer, layer number 2, that is the data link layer, and layer number 3, that is the network layer. So network layer in version 4 and version 6, anyone know the difference of that? So whenever you talk about the version 4 in network layer, so network layer supported the 5 protocols. The name of that, first one ICMP, second one IGMP, third one IPv4, fourth one ARP, fifth one RARP. So full form of each and every protocol. ICMP means what? Internet Control Message Protocol. IGMP means Internet Group Message Protocol. IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4. ARP, why we use the ARP? So ARP is generally used for the address resolution protocol, and RARP is generally used for the reverse address resolution protocol, and that is generally used for mapping IP address to MAC address and MAC address to IP address. And after that, network layer in version 6. So version 6 supported to one, that is the IPv6, and second one, that is the ICMP version 6. So that is the proper stand of the network layer in version 4 and version 6. After that, IPv6, already you know the format of the IPv6, the IPv6 header format, each and everything you know. But in today's session, focus on ICMP version 6. ICMP version 6, must remember one thing here, that is fully implemented by every IPv6 node, and the fully focus on one particular field, the name of the field, that is known as a next header. And what's the value of the next header? That is the 58. Which kind of functionality? That is the part of the ICMP version 6. So first one in this particular, report delivery or forwarding errors. Second one, that can be directly providing the eco services for the troubleshooting. And then after the two most important point, one that is known as a ND, and second one that is known as a MLD. What is the meaning of ND here? ND means neighbor discovery. And what is the meaning of MLD? Multicast listener discovery. How I retrieving this? So with using the 5 ICMP messages, that's used for the neighbor discovery, and with using the 3 ICMP messages, I can directly retrieving the MLD, multicast listener discovery. So this is about the ICMP version 6. After that, which kind of messages? That's the part of ICMP v6. So that is directly categorized into two categories. One category that is known as a error reporting, and second category that is known as a query. So error reporting supported which particular functionality? So first one, which kind of error generated in an ICMP messages? So first one, already you know, destination unreachable. What is the meaning of that? Already you know, destination unreachable means what? Second one, packet too big. Packet too big. Third one, time exceed. Fourth one, parameter problem. And fifth one, redirection. So this is all related to the error reporting messages. That is the part of ICMP. After that, another one category, and that is known as a query. What is the meaning of query message in ICMP? So first one, already you know, whenever you sending any particular request to the receiver and receiver directly generating the response, how I retrieve this? So with using the echo request and reply, that is the one query. Second one, router solicitation and advertisement. What is the meaning of solicitation here? You directly are sending a request, any request, with using the concept of router. And advertisement, After that, neighbor solicitation and advertisement, that is the third category of the query. And last one, that is known as a group membership. So whenever you divide the ICMP version 6 messages, so must remember one thing, that is directly divided into two parts. One, that is the error reporting stage, and second one, that is the query part. In error reporting, that is divided into 5 different messages. In query messages, that is divided into 4 different messages. So that's the concept of the ICMP v6 message. After that, after the auto configuration concept, then after the IPv6, then after the ICMP version 6, then after the ICMP version 6 messages, then after the most important point in IPv6, how you discover the neighbor. This particular technique is known as a neighbor discovery in IPv6. So already you know, whenever you establish any particular network, that's the combination of node and host and router. So must remember one thing, using the concept of ND. ND means what? Neighbor discovery. So whatever the host, that directly using the neighbor discovery algorithm to find neighboring router. And what's the functionality behind the neighboring router? That directly forwarding the packet on their behalf. Means behalf of the host, it directly forwarding the packet. Must remember one thing, node also using the protocol to keep the track of which neighbors are reachable and which neighbors are not reachable from this particular node, that can be managed by one particular algorithm. This particular algorithm is known as a neighbor discovery algorithm. And whatever the change you detect, you can directly detect the change in a link layer address also. So this neighbor discovery algorithm or neighbor discovery protocol directly replacing the one, that is the ARP, address resolution protocol. Second one, ICMP router discovery and ICMP redirect used in a IPv4. So whatever the protocol used in a IPv4, that can be replaced by neighbor discovery protocol in IPv6. So that is the normal introduction about the neighbor discovery concept in IPv6. After that, which kind of techniques or which kind of functionality you included as a part of IPv6 neighbor discovery? So first of all, router discovery. That already you know what is the meaning of discovering the router. After that, second one, that is the prefix discovery. Already you know in a different address what is the meaning of prefix component. So first one, that is the router discovery. Second one, that is the prefix discovery. And third one, that is the parameter discovery. What is the meaning of parameter here? Parameter means some of the examples. One, that is hop limit. Second one, that is the maximum transfer unit. So these all are the concepts that can be treated as a parameter. So here, whatever the parameter you detect, that is generally used with the outgoing packet. Fourth one, that is known as a address auto configuration. So address auto configuration means what? It directly configures the IP address for a particular interface. And then after, address resolution. Which particular protocol? That's a part of the address resolution. That is ARP. That is generally used in a IPv4. After that, another one. Next, hop determination. All of you know what is the meaning of hop count. What is the meaning of hop limit? So here, next hop determination means what? It directly sending the destination address or address of a on-link default router. That is known as a next hop determination. One example for that. For example, A is the source and D is the destination. In between you put B and C as a next router. So first of all, the hop count. So first of all, B, that can be considering as a next hop. Then after C, that can be considering as a next hop. But whenever you treated A to D as a source to destination path, so B, that can be considering as a next hop. After that, 3 important points. One, that is known as a NUD. What is the meaning of NUD here? Neighbor unreachable detection. Second one, that can be treated as a DAD. DAD means duplicate address detection. What is the meaning of neighbor unreachable? Already you know. Means whatever the neighbor, you apply the algorithm for find out the neighbor and you not detecting the neighbor, so that's the neighbor unreachable. But what is the meaning of duplicate address detection here? So it determining the address that can be considered for use but not already in use in a neighboring by a neighboring node, that can be considering as a duplicate address detection. And then after the first hop redirect function, that is generally inform a host for a better first hop for the IPv4, and this particular thing that can be treated as a ICMP version 4 redirect. So this is the normal parameters of the IPv6 neighbor discovery. After that, why I directly transition from IPv4 to IPv6? What's the major parameters behind that? So mainly three. First one, that is known as a dual stack. Second one, that is known as a tunneling. And third one, that is known as a header translation. So that's the reason why I go for IPv4 to IPv6. So these three parameters, three reasons that can be used with the IPv4 to IPv6. After that, last point for the today's session and the most important one, what's the advantages of IPv6 over IPv4? So whatever the advantage, feature by feature, you directly compare the advantage. First one, source and destination address. IPv4 supported 32 bits, IPv6 supported 128 bits. After that one, that is IP security. In IPv4 that is the optional, but in IPv6 that's the required. Third one, payload ID for quality of service in the header. So in IPv4 no identification is there, but in IPv6 using the flow label field for the identification. Next point, fragmentation. In IPv4 both router and the sending host supported the fragmentation, but in IPv6 only supported at the sending host, not supported by the router. Must remember one thing, for the header checksum, in IPv4 header checksum is already included, but in IPv6 that's not included. Next one, resolve the IP address to a link layer address. So that is broadcast ARP request with using the IPv4, and in IPv6 that is the multicast neighbor solicitation message. And the last and important advantages of IPv6 over IPv4, if you determining the address of the best default gateway, so with using the ICMP router discovery, you can directly find out in IPv4, but in IPv6 using the ICMP version 6 router solicitation and advertisement technique in this. After that, sending the traffic to all nodes to a subnet. So in IPv4 using the broadcasting, but in IPv6 using the link local address, and then after you passing to the multicast. After that, configuration address. So that is manually or DHCP with using the IPv4, but here in this particular lecture whatever I discussed, one concept that is the auto configuration, and second one that is the neighbor discovery. So here I using the concept of auto configuration. And the last point, managing the local subnet group membership. So in IPv4 using the IGMP, but in IPv6 using the MLD, multicast listener discovery. So that's the advantages of IPv6 over IPv4. So that's all about the today's session. Thank you for watching.